Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Eva. In this session today, already starting with taking some nice deep breaths, giving this time to yourself to remember more of yourself. We're really going to fully take advantage of this time and place we are in now, really remembering ourselves in this plasmic architecture. So it's really coming through. We're not achieving anything. We're not gaining anything. We're not working towards something. We're remembering where we already are within the center of this plasmic architecture. And so in a sense, you can say you are hooking back up with it, but it is self meeting self. It's very important that we remember this. The essence of this is very important. It is not something you are not. You are not gaining anything new. You are remembering more of yourself. So we are keeping in mind very much that darkness does not exist in light. And so where we are expanding, this sort of natural byproduct or natural effect of expanding our awareness from within this plasmic architecture is an undoing of what does not exist in that expression. And so that is the way of its healing. But we don't need to direct it. We don't need to tell it what to heal. We don't need to tell it what to do at all. Our part in this is to open our minds, to open our hearts to stillness, to being, to presence, to willingness. So letting that feeling expand from within you, the unity, the eternity of our being, the perfection of our being, the perfection of creation. Knowing our place in creation, which is not some small, little, tiny, insignificant part. Our place in creation, creation doesn't exist without our place in it. We are integral to creation. It is not complete without us. So just letting your mind expand, letting all other thought go. As it arises, we simply let it go. We don't try to make meaning out of it. We just let it pass. Really using this time for expansion and for remembrance and for revelation and revelation of the truth, which is one. Welcoming in the presence of the Holy Spirit, the self that knows, the divine inspiration, the creative force, source, God, creator. Any guides that you feel comfortable with, that you usually work with, calling them in now. Our ascended ancestors and ascended guides, our Christed beings. And we offer this remembrance, this expansion, this peace to all living beings. Himayinin yorushti tarai kanandrayas nutonita. Really coming through strongly, always through the nervous system. So you might feel this up and down your spine, down through, the innervation networks. Kitayatoru shimayani sanitayataor koenit. Releasing in the fascia, releasing in the ligaments, releasing the lymph. Kimayas torus tinim bayas nutruin yitoru kunandrais non shinitayas notoanam. Kanshita orun yam natri kanayas dorushitayas natra. Hinandra korush nindritis naisata orukunindritin. Kin yam na orushti. Sin siorushtor kunyam natras natritis nayanit ana morukuni tarato sotoa. opening all meridians, all channels of light. Kina satsa urushitista tayana triana shikiri tauru kushti andrain. Kinandrati satsa urushtiata kiana tri torut. Attuning all sort of crystalline resonators within the system into some soroshtayit, unity, harmonization. Kamna oroshtatis nandrikanando orumni tiriti shinzokorukuni trayana trayati satash. Remember, expanding into awareness of unity at this level in embodiment doesn't erase unique expression. We all have a very unique part that we play here, and unique experiences, and again, unique expansion. And we all work in harmony together. So when we are in awareness of unity in form, we are aware of our place in things. We are in full communication with all life around us to be playing our part in perfect harmony, in perfect revelation, in accordance with divine right order, in accordance with all living beings. Komboro kutis nandratis ansayan shinta korokutiti siki anahinitis ansanush. Rai hat oro kunindriti siki atayini tanatuna andratisat. It does erase ideas of hierarchy and specialness as they are written in oppositional duality, superiority, specialness for the sake of superiority, morotush, of holding yourself without, holding yourself apart. Rahit andratus, you can share yourself and be in complete awareness of your unity while also expressing in your unique coding. Kanandrakina norum nitrinis nondrotis natrikinit. Sanchotos, and this should assist with dissolving sort of ideas of competition. Anantotosum sakit, you're not even competing with yourself. That doesn't make any sense. Kinandra korrokuti sansakunosh nandraitatat. Kinyandorum nitritis dashnini matonotonotuaritis. Remember ease. When all life is working in harmonization with each other, in remembrance of itself, Shinisomboro kutitata kanandratis nesantro arahu tusum sokonandishanta kanandratis natriat. There is an ease. It is meant to be an ease. Kinandroko ruhititi ma antatus to orush tatarakitatus. Shinsandri kininditi morum nitri kinindritisat. There is a remembrance of what's coming through as perhaps Eden, but in a way that is true ecosystem. Like we are born of go back, like in the sense of going back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of just thinking about an ecosystem or a planet. All that evolves from that planet is in natural expression completely provisioned by the planet. It is made of the planet, and the planet has everything that being needs to survive and thrive. And we have distorted everything about that. So even when we think about animals living, they're not in harmony as they were because of the intervention that has happened, the inorganic intervention. So we are rolling that back to a remembrance of a time when we are completely provisioned within our planetary sphere. But it's more than that, because it is the sun, the consciousness and communication of the sun, and the way that all of the planetary consciousness is in this solar system, in the galaxy, and then, as you go on, communicate and flow and harmonize with each other for the music of the spheres, the balance of all life, the divine right order of creation and expression in harmonization with each other. You are an integral part of that. You are a living part of that ecosystem. Allow yourself to remember. Kamna orun shondro kahita torusha terito rukunatrayan. Ras doroshti tratos nondro ani tanta canando. Rais dorush nomboro kundrahatis natrayana dinit. Very literally dissolving the walls of separation. Sun soroshti triana nos nondro canandritis. Don't fear what is to come. As we expand in our consciousness, as we expand in the levels of communication with all forces and elements and aspects of life, we are given the way to move through this evolution. It's already in you. That information is already in you. Let it flower from you. Let it sing. Let it dance. Let it flow out into your awareness at the moment that you need it. You might not be inundated with information as if it's coming, as being told to you in advance or in, packets or something. It is delivered as you need it, as you flow through time. It is to trust in the now, that you are guided completely, that within you is the way. And that you do know in the sense. You might not be able to perceive, but because you are aligned with spirit is the self that knows. You do know. God is knowledge. We live in a world of perception, but when we're talking about the life force, right? It's not just a tether, it's the center of everything that you are. It is you. And so that self does know. And so when you do move through time, you might not be able to perceive in advance of where you're going or what you're doing, and it might feel like you don't know what's happening. But trust that it's the connection to trust that these plasmic architectures that I'm talking about bring this into closer awareness, like more ready awareness, so that you're not grasping for the perception of what to do, but you are in a quiet acknowledgement that that information will be revealed from within you as you need it, because you have not left the mind of God. You could be without nothing that you need. That's a level of trust that this kind of immersion is really, really working towards, because everything else flows from that trust. That is the foundation of walking the way. Of safety, of knowing that you are safe. Kinandrahinandorm nitritis nandrokanashnindisen sanishnandrakanatritaят. Nantisensorut. You are important. You are very important. Kinandratisat. We talk about specialness, and that is sort of the language of the Course in Miracles, but it's also like, self-grasping. That always falls in a level of hierarchy, which is not of unity. And it's always eventually going to lead to an idea of being separate from others, right? But that's not to say that you're meaningless. That's not it at all, right? There's no loss of identity there. There's only remembrance of true identity, which can only be remembered in the context of the life that we all share, which is one. And you are uniquely coded, and that is so important. It would not be that way unless you were important. You are important. Your happiness is of utmost importance. Your peace is the most important thing in the world. Hinandra hirat orukunandrea poroshtitri kinindis no sunso kinishindi kinit. Rest your mind. There's a deep sense of fatigue of having tried so hard to achieve and feeling like it doesn't show for anything. Kinandritus, put it down. Mianayani toru nishnandro, put all of it down. Put the grief of that down. Kanandri kanayon son sondruin shinit. You need achieve nothing to be what you are. You need achieve nothing to be the perfect child of God that you remain eternally. Your life was freely given. Kanandria norum nis nondrotis nantis noru todo raias tokonontayanain. Hinyandayas norum nitrayator kunindis nondroatash nitayat. Let the remembrance of love unravel the binding, the bounded, the bindings of fear, the bindings of guilt, of shame, of exhaustion, of trying so hard to be when you don't need to try to be. Let yourself be, let it be. Kinandrita ininorum nis nandrato sotsorus nindrita yanato avorot. Rahato rumnitritas dati. Cantita rumnitis nandrikiniti anornis non shanondru canindri canain. Ritus toru tayanash nandrakarato korukunitriatas. Kita tataraiti orumnish toru kotayat. Tieta orrutushum natri kanandri kanahinendisum sorrutis torru totorru kotatri kiteis tanin. Kin sharahat orruto rutush natri kanandra kinatas. Rutush dorotoim natra kinindis torru 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 toshotoyot. Rutus noto danin morutui kitas taharat. Yanandayita konoshunoru doyete kinin. Kanandrakin orkuri hinendritis, sunchitis and sandritis natratos, really harahatus absorro hindaratos ocorro kunitratis and sakanandis nor toshi pikinindisit, quieting that inner critic. Rosh torru kunandra kanainita, harahasta iti kiniti seatash niantata kinatos otosh. The less we pay attention to that inner critic, the quieter and quieter it gets. And then we say, what are you, little voice of nothing? Kanandrokorokorukunin. Hanashnakinandokorokunain. Shindikanandroto shinindroto orokunindritis nainit. Kinyatata tokorokunindritis ingieta korokunidriatosotsoshtitis. It's not trying to protect you, it's trying to disempower you. The effects of fear, the effects of that little voice can't be understated or overstated. They are very real to us. The pain we feel from listening to that voice is very real to us, yes? Such is the power of our mind. Kanandrokonoshamsatisit. Tandatoruktuyo notonomnitis inkatakarako kananorum. Don't listen to it. Shinitinikum. There is a voice that is deeper within you. There is an origin voice. In the beginning there was the word, yes? That word remains. Sin sindri tindoru tush notro kanandri kanasun sokorukudi payanatis nadragine titiotot. Kanatoru nishnondrotis nandra kanandi. Hinda porushti kanandri kanin sorroto yanitayana toro. Kin sandrorum nishnandre kinitis not son sorkoiti kinit. Hinyanda korkonindritis tatritis dorsh torutuiniat. Kinindisum sorro torro tatra tatoro orrocoditaratis nadratin. Kinyat orconindris natratis natriat orconitarati torun. Carro horro horro tietratas natri. Let that origin voice of creation sing from within the center of all of your being and remind you who you are. Let that love, that voice is love, let that love overwhelm your being, so that nothing else remains in the instant that you are letting yourself be that love. There is nothing else but this love. This love is the only reality. Let this love shine into this dream. to let yourself be awakened, and to assist others in their awakening simply because we allow ourselves to shine. We don't have to tell them anything. It's simply by allowing the love that you recognize as the truth of all being shine so bright that you could not but see it reflected everywhere. Others will notice. You can't remember for them, but you can see the light of the truth in them. And that will help them remember. Remember how important you are. Remember how important your peace is. Remember that you are a being of love. You are a being of creation itself. You are one with all creation. That is your rightful place. That is the magnitude of your being. Accept nothing less for yourself. Don't accept littleness. Don't accept separation. Insist upon seeing. Insist upon it. Make it the most important thing to you. The benefits will be beyond words. They will be true homecoming. That is the greatest gift that you could give to this world. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in this very powerful attunement, this very powerful meditation on reality. Just giving yourself some time to come back to this moment of self, or if you want to stay in meditation, please feel free. Remember, you are safe, you are healed, you are whole. You are spirit. You are eternal. You are powerful. You are creative. You are calm. You are peaceful. You are happy. You are love. You are one with God. Thank you again. If you guys want to go deeper into the work at this time, all of my live sessions are half off for the rest of February. Very intense and varied energies coming through, and a very powerful time for harmonization and attunement and expansion and remembrance. So I would love to see you there. All of the ways to work together are linked below. Thank you again so much for joining me and sharing your life energy here, and your love and your presence and your intention to know yourself and to extend that knowingness to all beings for their assistance. And I think that's it. God bless you all. Thank you so much.